Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today I'm going to go over diversified mining companies, copper companies, maybe some rare earths thrown in there and some lithium. Go through that, give you my opinion, give you my opinion on what the charts look like, and do some technical analysis. So let's dive in. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. The first one's a diversified mining company called Vale, V-A-L-E. And on the short term, we're looking really strong. Downtrend to sideways to moving higher. So that looks really good. I think it's a really good company. It's got really good a dividend yield of 7.8%. Everything's looking good. COPX breaking to the upside. This is a copper ETF. So we're getting our buy signal in copper. It's looking fantastic. And we're breaking out of this pattern for potential leg higher. Rio also showing some very good strength. We were talking on the channel about this doing a retest. It pulled above the breakout line. It did a little shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we headed lower. Came back to the breakout line, did a retest. I said this is a good spot to pick it up, and you guys should be holding on and making money. BHP doing the same thing. We did the retest thing, and we're moving higher. Again, these all pay very good dividends, very good picks. Glencore looking solid. Big long-term view, big downtrend line that we're breaking. And on the short term, it's looking quite strong with the bullish engulfing. I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully we can break this little area up here and get moving higher. Norilsk nickel looking good. Breaking to the upside here. Probably going to see a lot of room to move on up. So Norilsk nickel's looking good. We've got Tech. This is Tech Resources. It broke out of its little descending pattern, broke to the upside, and we're taking off. So that looks great. You guys should already be positioned in it if you haven't already. Freeport McMoran, it broke out of this descent or this wedge pattern, slight descending wedge, broke out, and we're moving higher. Looks fantastic for a move up. Southern Copper breaking out of its pattern here recently and moving on up with some good buying pressure today, 3.37. You should have already been positioned. We've been talking about it on the channel for a little bit in here. I think it pays a decent dividend, like 5% dividend. Not bad. And this is on a big pattern, breaking to the upside, and we're just breaking out of the return move. So this is the lowest risk way or lowest risk spot to be buying a lot of these companies. Looks fantastic. Alphamin, tin, it's already kind of broken up quite a bit. I don't know if I'd be a buyer up here this second. I'd probably hold off. I would be waiting. Cell 32 breaking to the upside, looking absolutely strong like bull. There's your break right there, coming on up. I don't know if we're going to draw it out any more than this. For instance, if it's going to come back, because this thing looks like it's ready to go. So that one looks pretty good. We've got Anglo American Platinum. This is breaking to the upside as well. Going to the dailies here. Breaking to the upside. I would be a buyer here immediately and be holding on. It looks like we're going to get another leg higher. Impala Platinum, big move today, 8.11%. Very strong move. I'm going to actually bring this line down here because there's a lot more contact points there. We are breaking to the upside. I would be a buyer all through here if you like Impala Platinum. I did not buy anything in a lot of these companies. I'm just saying I would be a buyer if I were buying these companies in these areas. This is an 8% dividend, looking very strong. And then we've got Nova Royalty. This guy's it looks absolutely fantastic on a charting perspective. We've got a nice big pattern here. We're breaking to the upside. This could be a big move to the upside. Good volume today. Nice big 8.16% up day. If you're on the channel, you should have been buying and cost averaging in these areas that we were doing it. You should be holding on, cost averaging in, waiting for the break. We got the we broke today, and everything's looking really good. And if we look at the I'm just going to look at the, let me see if we got one here. 1 second, guys. I don't have a copper price here. Looking at rare earth metals, we're getting a little bit of buy-in pressure today. It doesn't look too bad. On the big scheme of things, we've had a pretty big run already, but it looks like it might continue. We'll see. We've got global lithium batteries. Again, this thing's way up there. And, rare earths might be here too. If you kind of look at this, and let me do a quick kind of rundown here on this. Let me see. So this is almost like a first wave, a third wave, and then a fifth wave here. And we might go into a consolidation pattern. So we might have better prices if it heads lower here. You get these little wings out like a butterfly here. Sometimes those like to break down a little bit. But I don't know. I'm not perfect in reading those big patterns sometimes. So what I like to do is hang on. MP Materials looks really good to break to the upside here, and that's a large holding in REMX, I think. This is Canada Rare Earth Corporation. I mean, this one looks good. It's a breakout and a retest. I would probably be buying here. Maybe not this company. It's a very small company. It's only 5 cents, but up to you on what you want to do. This one's Rare Element Resources. Looking at this guy coming through. Man, I don't know. This is a weird, funky pattern. This could be a back test to head lower. We'll see. This one's Syra Resources. This thing's launched out of its pattern. I probably wouldn't be doing much anything there. Linus Rare Earth's been just cruising higher. That one looks pretty strong. Livent Corp looks pretty good. We're under this resistance line. Hopefully we can break to the upside and get moving. This is Ionic Rare Earths Limited. This is a basing pattern. We broke the basing pattern, did a retest. This is where you would want to buy, and it's moving on higher. Actually looks pretty good. We're very close to the breakout. This one is Portofino Resources. It's just grinding sideways, and we are, well, we could have, it's a difficult way to, depends how you draw this. Depends how you draw it, but I mean, you could draw it here too, and it's more flat, but could break to the downside here at any second. Maybe, for just a short little movement. American Rare Earths Limited, big megaphone pattern. We're up towards the top of the megaphone. Looking at Piedmont, nice good buying pressure today, but we still got some good selling pressure over here too. It's battling back and forth. Albemarle, getting a little update. I think some of these patterns, guys, they almost look like a, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then a move lower. So I don't know if I'd be jumping in. This one's LAC. I don't know, man. This is a big pattern. You get these shoulder, head, shoulder patterns kind of at the tops here, and then they go into a move lower. And is that the pattern that's right here? Maybe. We'll see. This could also head higher. I mean, it's difficult to say on some of these. I'm not an expert on Elliott Wave. This guy here broke. It's like multiple breakouts going up. The booty bottom broke out of that pattern, broke out of that pattern, which broke out of this pattern, which broke out of this pattern, which broke down out of this pattern. I don't know if I'd be buying it right here. I actually sold my warrants in November. I actually got a really good price. I sold them for $2.30, and I don't even think they had a daily close of that. I sold it intraday, and I got the high, which is pretty cool. But that's what I've got. And copper looks absolutely fantastic, guys. Copper looks great. The diversified mining companies look great. Gold and silver looks great too. A lot of the mining companies look really good. I think we could see a big move higher in all these mining companies. I don't know if I'd go into the. I think there's better opportunities in copper and what the charts look like than say some of the rare earths. That's just kind of the way that I view it. That copper COPX chart looks really good. Nova royalty looks really good to move on up. I think there's a lot of upside in those as well. And hopefully that's the case. Hopefully we get that move. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.